right, yeah, man. So yeah, we back on up in here with episode 2 of the No Pass podcast. Dope ass name if I say so myself, because I came up with it. You know what I mean? So shout out to the king. We got the homie Ryan back up in here from last time and 2 new guests. So if you want to introduce yourself, Chance and Jabari, go ahead and let them know.
Chance D right here, ready to go ahead, keep it real.
There you go. And our resident old head.
Jabari. They call me JB too. We're gonna see what it be, you know. Good to see y'all.
Yeah, man, we're gonna see what's up. So the playoffs been crazy, man. It's been super fucking wild. Yeah, a lot of shit going on. Teams losing and getting blown away back and forth. Some teams close. Superstars going down. People getting hurt. What you think about the playoffs so far, Ryan?
I think the conference semis have been great.
Yeah,
I would like to see the first 2 games of the Philly-Miami series with Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Miami takes that series. But all the other series have been really good. I'm excited for the games tomorrow. And
who plays tomorrow?
we got the Celtics and
the Celtics and the Bucks. Game 7.
Yeah, and then the Suns and
Phoenix.
Mavericks.
Yeah.
Game 7.
2 game 7s. That'd be a good day.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about the Celtics and the Bucks real quick. Yeah. So I know you guys saw. Did you guys see the Game 4 thing with Marcus Smart when he got fouled at the end of the game, but he said he was going into a 3-point shot, but they called it rip through. You guys remember that?
Which game? Game 4.
I'm pretty sure it was Game 4. It was a big deal. Like Marcus Smart, he had the ball at the end of the quarter. At the end of the what it was it? And he went to take the shot, but the referees they called it a rip through. I don't know, man. I think he was going into a shot. If you didn't see it, then just take a second to go ahead and look at it and tell me what you think. Yeah, tell me what you think.
I honestly think that Marcus Smart is the type of player that he flops a lot. So yeah, that play is a big factor to his calls.
I totally agree. I think that worked against him. When I looking at the shot or whatever they wanted to call it, I do think he was going into a shot.
He was. I'm watching it right now.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. When you look at time and score, Chance, I don't know if you've seen it or if you saw it. When you look at the time and score, how can you not say he's gonna shoot that shot? You know what I mean? What would be his purpose of going into a rip through with that move? What you think, Ryan?
Sorry, what did you say? What was the question again? I was watching it.
No, basically I was saying like what else would the refs be thinking when you consider, because it was like, what was it, like 5 seconds left on the shot clock, 2, something like that.
Did they review this? I don't remember. I didn't see this game. Did they review it or no?
I think they did review it and still called it on the floor.
Wow. I can't believe that, because from what I'm watching, this is a slow motion video. It looks like he gathers both feet, he has both hands, he's going out, he's going up to shoot. He's not going to pass, he's not going to do anything else.
Yeah.
And Drew Holiday just comes straight down on both of his arms.
Smashes him.
Yeah. So I think it's a foul every time.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah, that's a foul.
I mean, they called it a foul. They called it a foul.
They did? They didn't call it a shoot. Okay, I think it's a shooting foul.
They didn't call it a shooting foul. They called it because I think they were in the bonus, so they called it a 2-shot foul instead of a 3-shot foul. Exactly.
I think that's a terrible call.
Yep, and that's pretty much the end of the game.
Wow.
More or less.
Close. I think that when you're going to get that shooting foul, I mean, you could almost give it to him because his hands and the ball is basically above his waist, but the contact happens at about the same time. So I think that's just a heads up by Drew, because he you know, he's already a heavy defender guy, and he's gonna get the benefit of the doubt on that one. It's hard to say, but it was a foul. I don't. But you know, who's to say what he was going to do? Because he could have pulled up and got almost through a full shot motion and then dipped it off.
That's true. Well,
so I wouldn't give it to him.
I don't think he would have had enough time though. That's the thing. You make a good point, Jabari, but I think there was no time left. So how
much time was left?
I think it was something like 2 seconds. It was just enough time to get one shot off, from what I recall.
He's shooting that ball. Man.
Yeah, he's shooting that ball.
Yeah.
So I think it comes down to defining, what is that shooting motion and when it's not a shooting motion. I mean, you would think, I think just by obviously if the ball or your hands aren't above your waist, then there's no chance of you getting a shot. So, but once you pass the waist, so in that case, they probably should have gave it to him, especially at the end of the game. But yeah, Drew was just heads up like that. He's intense.
What you think, Chance? What you think, man?
Like I said, man, it's a tendency of him always flopping. So a lot of calls don't necessarily go his way. I do agree. I agree with you guys saying that if it's the shot going past his waist and up that, if he going through, but it's like like he got a rep. He got a bad rep, man. So that's gonna play a big factor into that.
Well, I'm gonna just come out and say it, man. If Jason Tatum is that dude, then this shit even came down to that, because Boston has a better team. No, not even that. Boston has a better team right now with Chris Middleton being out. So if Jason Tatum is that guy, then it really shouldn't come down to Marcus Smart for a last second three, because chances are he probably would miss that anyway. Drew probably didn't even have to foul him, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
So here's my question, man, Ryan. Do you think Jason Tatum is a superstar?
I think he's almost there. Right? I don't think he's a superstar in the modern day of the word. Especially watching him go up against Giannis. I think Giannis is still in the league above him, right?
See the difference.
Giannis is a superstar.
Yeah.
No. Giannis could win MVP every year, in my opinion, if he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But
I concur.
So I think Tatum, Giannis is here, Tatum is here. He's almost there, but he's got maybe another year or two to get to that level consistently.
Yeah. That's the word, consistency.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. What you think, Chance? You think he's a superstar?
This is his breakthrough. If he's going to be a superstar, this is his opportunity to do it. He's putting in the prime position with all the previous superstars dwindling away.
Mm-hmm.
And
he put some away too.
It's like
AD.
It's like a transfer, a change of hand to hand. Somebody passing the baton. I believe that if he is going to be a superstar, this is his opportunity. Like, he has to take it. Those guys aren't going to respect him until he does something in the playoffs. So, as a scorer, as just a phenomenal athlete, yes, but he has to make that transition this year, for us to be like, all right, give him that stamp of approval.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, before you go, Jabari, and give your thought, I wanna just take a second and explain to you guys like my hierarchy for NBA players, right? So I like to think of it as like a 5-point system, right? So I think 1-point players or 1-star players are just kind of like just your average run-of-the-mill bench player, right? I think a 2-star player is a starter, an NBA starter. I think a 3-star player is an all-star. A 4-star player is a star, and a 5-star player is a superstar. Okay. I think Jason Tatum is a 4-star player. And I think that's his max, to be honest. I think he can flash 4.5 to even 5-star potential, but it won't be consistent. And we're seeing it in the playoffs themselves. In the first round, he was great the whole time, but in this round, he's super up and down. It's random. You never know what you're going to get. Yeah. I think that's Jason Tatum. What do you think, Jabari?
You said a 4-star? I would say he's up there. And, just like Ryan said, when you compare him to Giannis, it's like, it's boom in your face. You're totally saying wow the whole time when you're looking with Giannis. And Tatum, I don't think he's going to be on that. I don't think he can ever get that level just because he's not physically what Giannis is. But I think he could probably have a really, when it's all said and done, he could definitely be a 5-star dude. When it's all said and done.
You think so?
When it's all said and done, yeah, because he's still got a young career. How much longer you think he's gonna be able to play?
I'll just say it, man. I don't like his shot selection. I really don't. I think he do a lot of Kobe work, and he's not Kobe. He just isn't. And I'm not sure. He isn't the best 3-point shooter in the world to me, and I'm not the biggest fan of teams shooting 3-pointers all the time. I feel like every game is a 3-point contest, but Jason to me just doesn't he don't strike me as like the guy either. You know what I mean?
So you're saying he's a 4-star?
I think he's a 4-star max.
And Giannis is a 5-star, but you don't think he could ever get to the 5-star?
I don't think so. Defensively, I mean, Tatum isn't great.
No. Okay. Well, I'll take him off the list then, because that's my thing. If you're not great defensively, I don't think you really can be considered a great.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what about you, Chance? Or is Chance? What happened? Did we lose Chance?
It looks like he's trying to log back in. He says here.
Oh, is he?
Okay. Doesn't show that on mine.
Tell. Yeah, well, we'll give him a little bit of time. Ryan, I saw you bobbing your head, man.
I'm just okay. I got his stats up for stats. I got his stats just for this series, right?
Uh-huh.
He was averaging 28.3. He's shooting 34% from three, which is okay. It's just okay, right?
Is that okay?
Superstar, I think it's okay. I don't think it's bad, right? I don't think it's bad. I mean, it's
mediocre. It's mediocre.
But let's compare it to Luka. Luka's only shooting 29% for this series.
Well, we know Luka is a terrible shooter.
Not a terrible shooter, but
a terrible. You must not have seen my last video on Luka. Well, my shameless plug. Yeah, Luka. I think I even mentioned it in there. It's a stat. I think Luka, he shoots like 8 threes a game and it's like 30%, like 33%. Yeah, he's a terrible free throw shooter, 3-point shooter. So, I mean, Luka is a superstar. You could be a superstar in different ways, but
I think going off your point, not just Tatum, but the Celtics in general take terrible shots.
They do.
They just launch up the beginning of every single game, especially game 1. They were just chucking up threes. Same thing with game 2. They were just chucking up threes, but in game 2 they happened to go in. That's the only difference. So shot selection I think is terrible from them. From Celtics as a whole, I don't think it's great, but that's why I think Milwaukee actually wins game 7.
You think so?
Yeah, I do, because I think that like Tatum, he's hit or miss, and shot selection I don't think is going to improve. So it's like a toss up almost.
Yeah.
And I can't bet against Giannis.
I mean, Giannis, then he just put up 44 and 20.
Yeah, and Tatum put up what, 46 that game?
Exactly. Yeah. One of those random Tatum games.
But doesn't it mean something? Isn't it significant that they're actually in the game 7?
Oh, it is.
Because you would think on paper and in my imagination, Milwaukee would pretty much, you got Giannis, so it's supposed to, it wouldn't even make it to game 7. Game 6 maybe they played their heart out, right?
I would say that'll be a good point. I would say that's a good point if Chris Middleton wasn't hurt.
Yeah, I think that the Bucks blew game 6 as well. That fourth quarter.
Yeah,
they let 43 points in the fourth quarter. That's horrendous.
It's impossible. Yeah, that's 2K stats.
In a playoff game, 43 points
in a playoff game
quarter. Yeah. That's terrible. That can't happen.
Man. What'd you say, Jabari? I think
was it a mental breakdown? Was it a mental breakdown?
I think that. Go ahead, Ryan.
I don't know. I didn't watch the whole fourth quarter. I was watching bits and pieces of the game. But I think when you get scored on that much of the quarter, it comes down to effort. The other team just, getting hot, getting lucky, and coaching.
100%.
You can't let streaks go for that long.
Coaching.
Level.
Yeah.
Can't.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that was my big issue.
The playoff too.
What was that, Jabari?
I was just saying, that's a great point that he brought up the coach and include the coach. And the thing is in the playoffs, that's big,
Yeah, 100%, super important. That was my issue with if you remember, Ryan, with the Timberwolves. Yeah, just terrible coaching.
Awful.
I think if Middleton was back or if he was healthy the entire series, I actually think the Bucks win in 6. So the fact that it's going 7 isn't that surprising to me. I think that's more of a testament to Giannis than himself, than Tatum and Jaylen Brown, which is another good question, man. Where do you rank Jaylen Brown on NBA scale? Because he doesn't get talked about a lot because Jason Tatum is like ascending right now, but I think Jaylen Brown is really good.
On your scale, I'd put him at a 3.
You would put him at a 3?
Yeah, maybe 3.5. I would like to see him on a different team where he can shine more.
Yeah.
Because Tatum would take what? I don't know, how many shots does he take a game?
It feels like 20 at minimum.
He's averaging 23 shots a game.
What I say, yeah.
In the series, 23. Yeah. Jaylen Brown, what's he averaging?
15 to 20.
Yeah, about 23 points a game, 23 and a half. Regular season. He's up that. Look.
I mean, he's averaging 22, but he's averaging 15 shots a game. So
exactly.
He's shooting a higher percentage than Jason Tatum from both 3 and from the field. So
yeah, but Jaylen, he doesn't get the primary defender. They're
true. That's true. That's very true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Still, I don't know. I'd like to see him on a team where he can be the primary scorer, just to see.
I think he would be Bradley Beal. Really good, terrible team. The worst team in the NBA.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I don't think that's a shot at Jaylen Brown. I just don't see. Like you said, he's a 3.5 star player. Usually 3.5 star players like Bradley Beal, they're not going to be the difference between, the lottery and making the playoffs.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
So do you see him as more like a role player?
Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, because what I'm seeing, wait, 6.
Yeah. No, not at all. I don't think you heard what we said.
yeah, because I'll tell you the truth, I haven't watched him. I might have seen him once or twice, but I haven't seen him recently. I didn't catch them games, right?
Yeah, no, Jaylen Brown is a very good player. Easily an all-star.
Yeah, he's averaging almost 23 in this series, shooting 47% from the field and 44% from 3.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
Especially that's all you can ask for out of your number 2.
Yeah. 90% free throws. I mean,
yeah, that's more than enough.
He's overall a great player, yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. I still don't quite know how well they play together. Tatum and Brown. Yeah, I don't know, man. Neither one of them is really a playmaker. Marcus Smart's the point guard, so there's nobody passing the ball really.
No. They don't the Celtics don't move the ball well.
They don't at all. Yeah, it's like 2 Kobe's. Yeah, man. I mean, we talked about a little bit. What do you think is the importance of Chris Middleton, Ryan?
I think he's huge as somebody that can create his own shot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's good for 20 points a game, right? Consistently.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a decent defender, right? He's got good length. He's got long arms. I don't recall if he's a great defender or not, but
yes,
I think he makes that team a championship team. Like it's not, he's not the main piece, right? Giannis is number 1 on that team.
Of course,
he always will be. I don't even think he's number 2. I think Drew Holiday is more important than Chris Middleton.
So?
I do.
Wow.
I do.
That's
because
tough.
Wow.
I think Drew can also create his own shot, and let's just look at the end of game 5.
Mm-hmm.
He had 2 huge defensive plays.
He did
that changed the game. 2 huge defensive plays. So I don't know. I'd like to see them. Well, I don't know if I'd like to see them. I want to see the Suns win it all. So it would scare me to see them go through and have Middleton back. But
100%.
I think with Middleton, they make it to the NBA Finals without a doubt.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. What about you, Jabbar? What you think?
I'm just, reviewing some of his stuff. He was with the Pistons at one point.
Middleton,
I remember.
Yeah, we drafted him.
Yeah, I liked him then.
Long list of failures.
So many.
Yeah, so many failures.
Yeah.
God.
So, and he also won a gold medal at the Olympics. So
we saw bad chances wearing the Bulls jersey.
Oh, terrible. My goodness, man. Oh, my goodness. We're going to talk about that's why he signed out. He's probably going to come back wearing something different.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Wearing a Lakers jersey. No, I I think
it's gonna be fresh though. It's gonna be fresh.
I actually disagree with you, Ryan. I think that Middleton is more not only more important than Holiday, but I think by far.
Okay.
I look at Drew Holiday as
By far.
I think of him as like, I don't want to say overrated, but a glorified 2.5 to potential 3-star player. I really do. I really do. I don't think he's an all-star. I think he's really good, but not quite an all-star anymore. And trust me, Drew Holiday was like my favorite player for a while.
Okay.
To watch. So it hurt me to say that, but I don't think he is. And I think Middleton is a solid 3-star player that just happens to have the exact skill set that you need to play next to Giannis.
Okay, so let me ask you this then.
Mm-hmm.
Say let's keep the same series, but let's start it over and let's switch Middleton and Drew Holiday. What do you think the series score is at this time? Do you think it's still 3-3, or do you think the Bucks have won?
I think it's still 3-3, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was over in 6.
Okay.
Because Drew Holiday is actually shooting terrible. if you look at the stats, he shoots like 30% from the floor and like 30% from 3.
Yeah, this series 35 from the floor and 34 from 3.
Yeah, it's like the worst shit of the world.
Yeah, and he's only averaging 6 assists, so it's not like he's distributing exceptionally well.
Yeah. I think he's really important defensively to what they do, but I'm not sure if he's the guy.